Assalamu alaikum. Since we are assigned to conduct an interview on women's writing, we are having Mr. Shafi Sindhi. Thank you so much, Shafi Saab, for your precious time. I'll be asking a few questions on women writings. How do you perceive women writings? The very first question is that.
Women writings, as far as my knowledge is concerned, are always delimited to feminist concerns. For example, if you want to read writings of Jane Austen, Dina Shah from Pakistan Sindh, and Tamina Durrani from Lahore, and we can say Jane Eyre from English literature, you would always find feministic themes in their novels, poems, short stories, or any sort of literature they produce. So it is surrounded between such elements and such themes.
Well, you took a few names, so I will ask that. Tell me one of your favorite female writer.
Favorite female writer?
And sorry to interrupt, but tell me also that why she is your favorite writer.
As far as my interests are basically concerned,
Yes.
I would go for Arundhati Roy from India. She's a very brilliant novelist of contemporary era. She belongs to India, and her themes basically differ from other women writings. Like she stands against fascist regimes of India, totally in the rule of Modi. She depicts transgender issues. She depicts Muslim objectification, subjugation, violation. She becomes global voice for Muslims, especially in case of Kashmir. And her writing style is so unique from other novelists, female novelists.
Yes. Thank you, Shafi. The very third question is, what do you think about women capability of writing about all aspects of life? Since you discussed one writer from India, and I think she must have written about the partition as well. So such aspects are discussed in writings of women. So how do you perceive them? Do you think they are capable of writing all the aspects of the life?
Yes, I would. Basically, I'm very much of feminist views in this world. I support women march. I support women writings. I support women empowerment, whether it is in literature, science, or social aspects. Yes, women can write about social aspects very deliberately. If you see Arundhati Roy's writing, she is brilliant. You will find no contemporary male author from Pakistan of her approach. She is very brilliant. She writes about, as I already mentioned, she writes about politics, she writes about religion, she writes about transgenders, she writes about Muslim integrity, she writes about Kashmir conflict. But she belongs to India, where she is not allowed to write for Muslims, for Kashmiris, but she does. Why? It means she has courage. She has faced imprisonment also in India.
So she penned down almost all the topics that are happening nowadays. So is she alive still?
Yes, she is.
Oh, thank you.
You will find it
So-
on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh, sorry. I basically didn't knew. That's why I asked it. So my fourth question is, what do you think writings confined to only men?
No, writings cannot be confined only men or women. Both can write. Women also have intellectual approach. They also know popular discourses of world. They can also know global politics, national politics, religions. So I don't think that women are more encouraged to write things than men, or men are more encouraged to write things than women. So I see them standing equally.
So
Yes, women are such a very deep writers, because women by nature are more sensitive than men.
yeah,
And-
they are.
And literature is all about sensitivity, that how do you perceive such experiences of life. So women do write, or do share, or do depict, or display more deeply and more sentimentally.
So you believe that writings should not be confined to men only, not either to women only. So that's great. So fifth question is, what is your opinion about women's writing about history, politics, and social aspects? Since you told one writer from India, she writes all the aspects, all the situations. So that the question repeats the. I think you will repeat your answer, but I'm again asking because I wrote this. Okay,
Yes,
what should what is your opinion about them and mention another writer, other female writer as well, who works on all the aspects.
yes. The writer I mentioned earlier is from basically India.
Yeah.
Bina Shah. She is a Sindhi contemporary English fiction writer. And if you ask about history and politics, she has written a very much deep novel on Sindh's culture, history, politics, and secular image, political image, leftist image, and rightist image of Sindh. She has also written about historical aspects of Sindh. So her writing is very deep as far as my interests are concerned. I found her very deep and I found her very much intellectual. There is no Sindhi man.
What is your opinion about women's writings about history, politics, and the social aspects of the life?
Yes. If you see Veena Shah from Pakistan, she is a contemporary Sindhi writer of English fiction. She writes about English fiction. She writes in English, published in English language. Her writings are basically concerned in surrounding with history, politics, and Sindhi culture. She has written this novel, A Season for Martyrs. It's about Sindh's history from pre-colonialist times to the death of Benazir Bhutto. And her writings also concerned with Sindhi culture, Sindhi spiritualism, Sindhi Sufism. She has discussed about Shafi Sindhi and heroic figures of Sindh's history from Hosho and the Hur movement and all other historical facts and states. So, in terms of history, I found a very deep. Like there is no such comparison of male Pakistani writer who is English writer. I'm talking about English writers. Like there is no such person who has written as such deep and controversial aspects of Sindh's history and contemporary issues and culture and Sufism and secular image of Sindh. So I would say that she stands very much equally to Mohsen Haman and Khalid Hussaini and there are so many other Pakistani writers. Khalid Hussaini is not Pakistani, but he comes also in such domains, such political domains. And you also find Fatima Bhutto. Fatima Bhutto is a very much interesting author. She also writes about trauma, identity crisis, and political affairs, Talibanization, and factors behind radicalization. I have also conducted a paper on her writing. So you will find it very amazing, very amazing.
So people, especially women in rural areas, are being subjugated, discriminated, especially in Sindh. So did Bina Shah mention them as well?
No. It's basically about cultural representation of Sindh. There is no such evil element like you will find a couple. I mean, they are in love affair. The boy is Muslim, the girl is Hindu. So what it represents basically, it's a secular image of Sindh. So she portrays that how Sindh is secular, how culturally Sindh is rich, how historically Sindh is enlarged, and how politically Sindh has produced such figures like Benazir Bhutto, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Jean Fair, and some historical figures from Hur movement and I'm forgetting those names.
Okay.
Basically.
Fine. Okay. So, to what extent do you believe women should equally participate with men in depicting the issues of surroundings that are, especially in Pakistan? If we focus in Sindh, we can note a list that there are major issues. So, what do you think? To what extent do you believe women should equally participate with men in depicting those issues?
I think women can also participate in debating such issues. They may be crucial, they may be controversial, they may be important in terms of society. For example, you have Alice Munro from Canada. She's a very much brilliant author. She also depicts such social aspects of her society, Canada. And if you see, I personally don't know any female author from Pakistan who is I haven't read them basically, so I would not like to comment on them. Yes.
Shafi, thank you so much for your time. Thank you once again.